Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about a 10 to 20x gem that I believe could happen in the short term. This has been one that we have been watching for, and we have been researching here over on the Discord with Encrypt30. If you guys don't follow him, I highly suggest you guys do down in the description below. Him and his team have been a blessing in doing a ton of research with me on this project, and we really kind of looked into this project recently. It did start to move. Don't worry, we will talk about a possible breakdown on the price analysis for it as well, on where you could possibly enter and where that pullback would be. But this gem, in my opinion, is extremely overlooked, and it's like a hidden gem that nobody's really talking about. And what is the project, you may ask? Well, it's called Clever. So here is the project over on CoinMarketCap. So as you guys do see on the all-time chart, look at this thing. This thing is absolutely decimated in terms of price. Now we're going to be talking about where it could go in value, as well as where we personally are going to be exiting this or around our exit points. I will also give you guys a possible entry point on this. Just full transparency, we entered this thing back on the 3rd at around 0.003. We got in, and from there we were like, okay, well, let's do some research. I think that we have some time. And then all of a sudden, boom. Like, we just got this massive spike. So we're going to be talking about where this could pull back to. And we're going to be talking about the scenario on where this could head to as well, on why it could be a 10 to 20x gem from our entry points, which I could give you guys a quick insight on why it could go well past our entry points. And it could be, like I said, a 20x gem. So with that in mind, overall supply sitting at about 10 billion fully, circulating supply sitting at about 8.almost 9 billion. So 90% of the supply is out there. And when we take a quick look at the overall research that Encrypt30's team has done, which thank you to them, they are an absolute blessing, we can see a few things around the project. So first off, it has been established for quite some time. Project inception was about Q4 of 2017. Clever OS and App 4.0 launch in Q2 of 2020. Now, they do have some quite competition out there in terms of like other crypto wallet organizations, Exodus, etc., and other mobile decentralized exchanges. But they are in a great area if they could do it right, and I do think that they are doing it very good so far, and we're going to be talking about why. They are a decentralized exchange and crypto storage, swap and exchange, crypto wallet, Clever blockchain SDK can be used for building decentralized applications, ability to create NFT contracts and tokens without code via caps. Examples of caps are Clever digital assets, KDA, staking, NFT marketplace, initial token offering, ITO, multi-sig. More caps are being built native in chain to offer more options for developers to use safe and secure smart contract option native in chain. Clever main utility token is Clevercoin, aka KLV, this coin, which is utilized for all transaction fees, validator staking, validator rewards, delegation minting, and transfers on Clever chain. And right now, currently, there's about roughly 178.5k token holders. Now, their team. Is their team fully doxed? Well, first off, this kind of goes in depth with, do they have a white paper? Which, yes, they do. You can find their white paper on their website. Please do not use any of the links over here on CoinMarketCap. A lot of these are broken. We were trying to do a lot of research on this, and CoinMarketCap seems to not have updated any of these links. But we do have the white paper over here. This is from July of 2020. It hasn't been fully updated since then, but you can see the overall breakdown of this, and you can actually see a lot of their insights on like the app and stuff, which, by the way, looks incredible to say the least. There's also a burn mechanism around KLV. We recently seen a lot of the supply get released, which also caused the price to drastically drop, which I think is also a good thing, if you think about it, because we've seen the price drop quite a bit because of the supply ratio release. And now I think that this thing could pump back up, which we will talk about where we can go to. Now, like I said, KLV is utilized for all those fees and swaps, but here is the burn mechanism. So we could see the min/max inflation. So going forward, there's not going to be a ton of inflation for this thing, and there is going to be a burn mechanism. A total of 5 billion KLV tokens will be destroyed using this mechanism and thereby removed from the KLV supply. So half of the supply will be gone at some point in time, which is very exciting. It's going to take some time probably, but I still think that this is incredible. And in terms of like the team, like I said, the team is fully doxed. You guys can find them over on LinkedIn, which we do have them here. Every single one of their team members is mentioned over on LinkedIn. Very transparent team. One of the most transparent teams I've seen around this space, to be completely honest with you guys. And on to the next. So, in terms of the team, yes, they are fully doxed, but they also have some nice team area. Like the team is expanding globally right now. So first off, core team in Brazil, supposedly a team across Canada, Israel, Ukraine, and even the US. Their information is available for all of the team, and most of them have come from the past two previous companies, which is Getty.io and Protest Brazil. A lot of them worked at those same two previous companies. And at this current moment in time, I think that they have quite a bit of a team below them. Like there's 135 team members listed over here on LinkedIn. But I thought that that was pretty interesting as well. But the team is very engineer/software development driven, mixture of engineering, architecture, design, solution design, software architecture, application performance, and software development. Now, not all of this is fully filled out. Is there any VC backing? They did have some investments in the past. I don't know if they include that over here on CoinMarketCap, but there's only like 2 investment rounds and they're basically gone. So there's really nothing backing this in terms of like investors. But do they have some advisors/partners? Yes. Most of these are the ones that are labeled here, which are more so like on and off ramps to and from the exchange. Devs active on GitHub. We went over to the GitHub and we couldn't really find too much information on the GitHub itself. So for an example, like here is their website. If you scroll down, all I really found on most of their stuff. So I forgot where we were at. So one second, let me bring this up because I thought that I had it open, but it looks like I don't. All right, so I was able to find it again. I thought that I had it open, but like I said, I didn't. But anyways, yes, we are seeing a lot of dev activity. A lot of this is updated from yesterday, 2 days ago, 4 days ago, and 5 days ago. And the last one was 2 weeks ago on this one as well. So like I said, very, very active for the most part. And I personally like to see a lot of activity from the development side of things, but also from the social media side of things, which talking about socials, we will get to that here in a second. So down here, like I said, a lot of social media accounts. They do have a LinkedIn. They also have a Twitter, and then they also have this documents area, which is like it's like a GitHub sort of social media account. But their Twitter account itself has roughly 295K followers, which is crazy in my opinion. But also, when we take a look at this, they are very, very active. Like 4 hours ago, again 4 hours ago. And also their engagement is pretty solid, honestly, for this account. And we also did an analysis on that. We talked about like, are they really good with engagement? So yeah, they are. Now, they already do have a white paper. They also do have a roadmap. We'll talk about that. And all of their roadmap has been achieved to this date. So again, roadmap right down here under wallet app. You guys can check this roadmap fully out over here. So here's like a lot of what they are doing around the entire app itself. And if we do scroll all the way down, it's quite a bit fully down. So here is their entire roadmap. And they also do have an outline for what's happening in the rest of this year as well as in 2024. So again, they are already planning to be very developer friendly. They are also, again, very active in terms of development. And they do have a ton of videos and stuff like that from their actual team. And I honestly, like I said, I have not seen a project extremely active like this at the market cap that this thing is sitting at. I mean, it's sitting at a $40 million market cap. Crazy to me. So on to the next. Are they on CoinMarketCap? Yes. Are they on CoinGecko? Yes. Are they on a centralized/decentralized exchange? So I suggest you guys, like I said, buy this thing on MEXC. If you guys do want to go and download MEXC and sign up under my link, you guys are more than welcome to do that down in the description below, as well as in the comments down below. That's where I'm buying MEXC on. Most of the volume, though, is on Huobi and Qcoin. You guys are more than welcome to utilize any exchange of your choice. I just think that MEXC is one of the best for withdrawing coins and stuff like that, but it's all personal preference. But they are listed on some major exchanges already, but it does still have a ton of listing opportunity, like on Coinbase, Binance, etc., which I personally love to see that. Now, influencer involvement, there was only one, and that's Josh Roomsberg. I'm not paid to talk about this token. I was not incentivized or anything like that. I do not get paid to talk about projects on this channel, fully transparent. So tokenomics. I think that the tokenomics are pretty solid. At the time that we were recording this, it's actually pretty crazy because this is what I'm talking about around like how early we were on the research. Like, I can't believe how crazy this thing has been doing in the last couple days, because we were looking at this at a $29.5 million market cap. It is now at a $40 million market cap. So again, like, it has done incredible moves already, but we're trying to get this, like, we're trying to do as much research as possible before we even talk about it, because we want to make sure everything is solid around it. But in terms of the overall circulating supply, we already know about it. There is a burn mechanism in place. We do see originally 30 billion, but reduced to 10 billion through burning. 89% currently unlocked. Does the supply schedule look good? We already looked at it. Looks solid. Is there a liquidity lock? No, currently there is not. What is the percent of teams tokens? We didn't really get to look too much into that. When we look at a lot of the overall tokenomics on this and the top holders, I think that this is actually outdated a little bit, because as you guys do see, like, the total supply and the circulating supply, it's not fully updated. The market cap's not fully updated. I don't know if this just has not been like updated in general. But we also seen this is kind of crazy too. So you can see the holders tab up here. When we looked at the holders, it was at 178.5. We're still basically at 178.5. We have not seen any new holders. We just seen the price go up. In terms of the top holders, top 1 to 10 holders is holding about 63% of the supply. But you can see that a lot of the supply is actually held on Qcoin, Huobi, MEXC, and Gate.io. Top 10, when we take into accountability like Huobi and also Qcoin, it's roughly 22% of the token supply. So I would argue it's like roughly 40% of the top holders, but these are smart contracts, these two, which also make up to about roughly, give or take, 12-13%. So there goes a large amount as well. Now, this wallet here, we don't know if this is a team wallet at all, but this is the one that's holding quite a bit of the supply of KLV, which is sitting at about 171.6 million, which is not like a massive amount, but it still is a pretty large amount. But it looks like this is, I'm not too sure if this is like a full-on team wallet or anything like that. It doesn't look like a team wallet from what I was looking at, but I could be wrong. So again, just full transparency, we really don't know if there's like the team holding this asset or not. Like we don't know about the team's tokens. But in general, when we take a look at our team tokens vested for longer than 12 months, here's where we look at a lot of the things. So 20% is 2 billion foundation, 20% 2 billion team vesting for 3 years, 30% equals 3 billion initial supply, which advisor tokens vested for longer than, like, all of this is more so like it's false. Like, there's no, like, we already looked at a lot of this. So is there any team, like, what is the percentage of the team's tokens? Like, none of them are actually holding any of the tokens, and if they are, we really couldn't find any of them. But we do see the full-on breakdown here. So percentage of the amount KLV participant, 20%, 20%, 30%, and 30%. A lot of this is product development, marketing, initial supply, team vesting, and then foundation, which this makes up to where we are at currently with the overall supply. Now, with the products, is their website good? Is everything good around the website? Like I said, overall, with the website, very strong presence around their actual website. So this isn't their full-on website. This is their actual website. Now, their product suite, their product offering, all of it looks solid. Like, this is the exchange. It will look different on the phone, but it's very similar to what we see here. Very solid UI. Personally love it. Here's the exchange itself on the phone. This is what it looks like as an example. Looks incredible. All of the other offerings, so like their trading exchange, this is their exchange. Yet again, I'm looking at this on a desktop, so completely different on phone. Does have a night and day option. You guys know me, I'm rocking night. Looks incredible. I love the color scheme. Looks very solid. Looks very similar to other exchanges, but the UI is incredible in my opinion. And then also they do have an NFT marketplace as well, which in my opinion, this looks solid. All of this to me looks great. And there is an exchange tab in terms of NFTs. All of these are, well, I actually think that this is just the exchange tab again. I thought that this would have been like an, oh, sorry. They do have a collections tab. So here's just like their one collection that's so far on here. New NFT collections are coming soon though, as you guys do see down here. So they're still working on this itself, but so far these are what are for sale on the NFT side of things. Now they do have a full-on audit, which again, I love to see the transparency. This team has been very transparent so far with almost everything, which is why like when we look at team wallets, we could not find any. But here is the total amounts. This is everything that they're holding. The last update was today, actually. It's updated every 12 hours. And you can even see all of the wallets down here. Like even the KLV wallet that they have. So let me see where KLV is. I don't know if let me look up KLV. So I guess we could actually just go up here to the network itself. So here is the account of KLV. So right now they're holding about 220 million. And we can actually see the assets under here as well. We can see the transactions, the full transactions, everything. And this is on the exchange, by the way. Like this is not them actually holding this amount of tokens. So roughly about 1.61 million is in the total amounts over here. These are the exchange wallets themselves. Like I said, this is their exchange wallet. They are holding 1.61 million though to back it. And this wallet ID, we could actually look up this wallet ID over here on, so let me go back to the actual contract. So this might actually be, I'm pretty sure this is that top holding address that we were looking at. So 171 million. I think that this might actually be it. Let me look at that real quick. So KLV, this is actually a KLV one, so this might not be under Tron, so I might be wrong on that one. Let me see. Yeah, so this one is this is completely different than what we were looking at. But nonetheless, I do love the transparency, like I said, from the full-on audit. All of this is updated every 12 hours. Now, let's get into the serious note of things, which is price range. Where could we see this thing at? So this is what I have been personally looking at. So far, we have hit a little bit of a brick road on the 3-day, which we hit the 53-day EMA. It's going to be hard to break through that. On the daily span, you guys can see where we are looking. So I'm personally looking to see if we can get that 5, like half a cent tab up here. We might even go all the way up to the resistance from September of last year. So this is what we are personally looking at. So we did not fully buy in. We did enter, but we did not go heavy. Our entry point, full transparency, is right around this area here. So we bought pretty much right on the edge of this pump. So not the best entry, but it is what it is. Like we bought on the price move from the full bottom. We bought after it pumped about like 40%. So, and from our entry, we are up 55%. We were up 62%. So what we're looking at is a possible scenario of it continuing to move to about like a half a cent. And what we are looking for is a rejection around this range from Elliott wave theory down to the 3, like the 0.003 area to the 0.00365. I personally would look for a back test of this resistance level here, and that would be a solid entry. And if we do get any of the test of support, I would be entering here as well as here. And I will be averaging in on this entire ride down between these levels. This is going to be the perfect area to add, and we will be adding heavy. Me and Encrypt already looked at this, and this is where we personally would love to add more and get to a possible goal of 1 million plus KLV, which we are getting very close already, but we're definitely waiting to see that. Now, where are we looking at going? Well, going off of the market cap that we were at up here when we didn't have as many tokens in supply, we're looking at this 6.5 cent zone. So from our current price, just to give you guys a quick insight, this would be about a 13x opportunity. From our entry point down here, this would be a 20x opportunity run. From the bottom fully, this would be a 29x opportunity. Now, could this go much higher? 100%. 100% this thing could go all the way back to its all-time high, and that would be a 55x opportunity run. And it could go even higher, depending on how the market reacts to this token. It could do a 100x move. Now, what is the exit plan on this thing? Well, we would get our initial investment out at a 2x, and then after that, we would be selling a 10x run and de-risking as we do continue to hit, major resistance. Like, for an example, the first area of resistance would actually be right here around like 4 cents. But is this going to be an area that we sell? It's going to be questionable because, this would still be from our entry point like a 11x, 12x. So we would probably get out some at a 10x run, possibly around like this range here at about 3 cents. And then from there, we really kind of just look at getting even more out at our actual original target, which is like 6.5 cents. And then after that, we just really kind of look at much, much higher, like probably retesting the all-time high that we have up here, which would be a 55x from our entry. If that's the case, like, it's going to be insane in terms of an opportunity. But our initial area is anywhere between the 10 to 20x opportunity run from our entry points. Are you going to get our exact entry points? It's questionable now because, again, we weren't expecting this thing to do this run up. But from our initial area of opportunity on our entry point, this thing could still do a 10x run almost to our area here. Off of the local resistance area here from December of 2021, this would be a 10x opportunity. 20x would be a little bit higher than our last area. This would be about like 7, almost 8 cents, which I could see being a possibility as well. But we're waiting for that pullback. Hopefully we get it. We got to wait and see what Bitcoin does. But with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to the notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. So it's up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, it's been Nick. Peace out, guys.